This week's video, I want to talk about your mindset. There's two different kinds of mindsets. There is one called the growth mindset, and there's one called the fixed mindset. And we'll start with the fixed mindset. And I think a lot of people have this and they don't realize it, and it's not something that you don't think about if you don't know about. And it impacts so much of your life, like so much more than you realize. What is the fixed mindset? The fixed mindset is the belief that how you look, your intelligence, your capabilities, your skills, your talents, you're just kind of born with that. That's just something that God gave you, and then you can't really, it's either like it's super black and white. It's you either have it or you don't have it, and there's no in between. You can't work towards it or anything. And then on the other side of that, you have the growth mindset. And the growth mindset is understand that some people are born with greater talents and abilities and skill sets and whatever. They're born with a greater advantage, but people who have a disadvantage, and this goes for like anything. It can go for your weight, your intelligence, your work ethic, your discipline, your anything. They think that regardless of wherever you start at or wherever you're at right now, that you can work on it and you can improve upon it. And that is true, and the growth mindset is what you need to adapt. If you have the fixed mindset, then you're just going to, over time, as you go throughout life, you just keep tearing yourself down, and you just limit yourself to your true potential. You will never reach your true potential if you continue to have the fixed mindset your whole life. It also becomes a problem is because you can have egotistical issues. So if you think that you may think that you're really good at something, when you go to prove that you're good at something and somehow say you're stronger than somebody, or you're smarter than somebody, or you're better at A, B, C, D, E, F than somebody, it'll bring out your insecurities when you realize if for whatever reason something happens and it shows that you're weaker or you're dumber or you're whatever, you're lesser than somebody else, then it brings out your insecurities, and then your mind starts running these thoughts to yourself like, I'm not good enough, I'm not worth it, I'm worse than this person. And there's no such thing as being worse than somebody. And that can tear down your mental health. That can be so bad for yourself. So get out of the fixed mindset. Nothing in your life, nothing about yourself is set in stone. You can change almost everything about yourself. It just takes time, and it takes effort, and it takes the want and the desire to change it. If say you're a student right now and you're not, a lot of times people think that they're gifted at math, they're really good at English. If they're really good at English or they're really good at math, then they're really bad at the opposite. And it's like, you're not bad at it, it just takes you longer to understand it. But when it takes you longer to understand something like that, then in your mind that's telling yourself that if you don't pick it up right away, then you're just not good at it, so let's just not do it. And that's just not how the world works. It takes time to be good at something. It takes time to master something. You can master whatever you want. You can be whatever you want to be in this life. You just have to adopt the growth mindset and accept the fact that even if you're not good at it now, you will be good at it. It just takes the time and the effort. You have to put in the time and the work. You can't expect results when you're not putting in the work. And I think it's also really good because people who have the growth mindset, they're not afraid of challenges. They're not afraid to go into the unknown, knowing that they're vulnerable, but that's okay. Being vulnerable isn't a bad thing. You make mistakes. Mistakes are a good thing. I've already talked about this before, but everybody's so afraid of failure. Failure is the greatest teacher in life. Say you're trying to get to here. This is your goal. This is whatever this is. These are your dreams right here, and this is you right now. There's a straight line. People often think that they're trying to, before they even start to get to their goals over here, while they're thinking about what they need to do to perfect it, to get there in the least amount of time with the least amount of effort as possible. And like when you do that, it actually makes it so much harder to reach your goals. You have to just go at it. You just have to go for it, and you have to make the mistakes. And when you make the mistakes, you'll learn to not do them again. Or you'll learn what worked or what didn't. And that's okay. That will help you achieve greatness. That's what's going to help you achieve your financial goals, your self goals, your fitness goals, your anything, whatever goals you have for yourself or whoever you want to become. Tell yourself you can do it. Adopt that growth mindset. Attack this week with the mentality that you can do it. It just takes time. It's going to take effort, but that's okay. I'm just going to put my head down and I'm going to grind through it, and I'm going to become the best person that I can possibly be.